Sometimes I really wonder what the purpose of life is. Because when you think about it, every living species has to eat another living species, besides plants. But even plants, there are some plants that eat insects, like the Venus flytrap. And it makes me think, is that all life is about? Competition? Is that all it is? Survival of the fittest and natural selection? The best genes get passed on? The strongest, the smartest, the most intelligent, and the most adaptive lives on? Is that what it's all about? It's almost as if we're put on this planet Earth with different species that have different traits, different abilities, just to see who can survive. The species that can't adapt, the species that isn't the strongest or isn't the smartest, they go extinct. And the most adaptive, the most intelligent, and the strongest survives. It's almost as if we're an experiment to see what works and what doesn't. And as old species go extinct, new ones pop up millions of years later. And it's like a cycle of what works and what doesn't. And it seems like in the past, everything was big, like the dinosaurs and giant insects. Before the dinosaurs, there were actually giant insects. And you would think the bigger and stronger the better, but maybe not. It's not just about being big and strong. That alone won't guarantee the survival of your species. You have to be able to adapt. This world is pretty dark and evil when you think about the bad side. And there is a good side to it, an optimistic, happy side to it. I'll talk about later in the video, but let's talk about the evil side. For us to be full, for us to survive, for us to have energy, something has to suffer. Another living species has to experience pain and has to experience death for us to fill up our stomachs. And that's just not the human species, it's every species. Besides certain plants. Everything eats something. Like if y'all ever watch wild dogs eat another animal, it eats them alive. They don't go for the neck. They'll eat an animal from the back and work its way up to the front. And it's sad. It's sad that animals and other living species has to eat another living thing or living being to survive, because that's our food. That's our energy. We don't live off of photosynthesis. We don't live off of wind or solar. We live off of another living thing. Something has to suffer to fill the stomachs of another living thing. And when you think about it, that's pretty evil. And when you think about it, it's such a cruel world that we live in. That in order for us to survive, and animals to survive, and most living things to survive, we have to eat each other on planet Earth. And sometimes I think about, is that all life is about? Is that our purpose? Our main purpose is to survive, make sure we don't get eaten, and that we're the ones that's actually eating, and we're just competing with each other, and we're just each other's food. And if you lose, you get eaten. And if you win, you eat. Is that what life's all about? It seems like we as a human species are winning 99% of the time. And that's why we get to eat chickens and cows and pigs and other meats that we eat, and even plants. Plants don't even stand a chance. We just pluck it and eat it. And that seems like what life is about. Being victorious, to fill your stomach, to get calories in, to get energy. That's our fuel to survive, to have the energy to do things. And when you really think about it, it's pretty evil and it's sad. When you think about the life of an animal, it's just wandering, looking for food to eat, and hopefully it wins its battle. If something outcompetes that animal becomes another animal's food. So nature can be scary, but if you want to think about the nice things, nature can be beautiful. The trees, the leaves, the fresh air, all that is beautiful. And then I guess the human experience. You know, we've came so far as a society, as a civilization. We created entertainment for ourselves. We have amusement parks, we have movies, we have actors and actresses, entertainers, comedians, making us smile. We have delicious food to eat. We can cook. We can make delicious meals. Chicken tastes good. Beef tastes good. Everything tastes good with the right seasoning, the right sauce. The human experience. We're given a privilege to accomplish things, to invent things, to feel proud, to have friends, to be able to have the luxury to sit down and enjoy entertainment such as watching TV, playing video games and watching comedians. We laugh. We just get to enjoy life. And when you don't think about how evil the world is, when you don't see things, when you don't know things, it can really be an enjoyable life. Because all of that entertainment, watching TV, playing video games, going to amusement parks, going to beaches, swimming, playing sports, all that is really a distraction. We don't even notice, and we don't even know what we have as humans, the privilege that we have. Yet we feel sad. We get to enjoy a warm shower, delicious food, a cozy bed to live in, yet we complain. Perhaps we shouldn't complain, because the human experience, the happiness that we have, and the joy of living that we get is much better than any other living thing. No other animal lives better than us, unless you're a pet and you have a great pet owner. We as humans should be grateful of everything that we have, because when you're born as a human, you're the luckiest out of all living things. We're much more civil. We have medicine. We have laws protecting us. We get to enjoy things. We get to travel. We get to drive cars. We get to be on an airplane. We get so many experiences that most animals never get to experience. So we should be happy. We get to eat whatever we want to eat. We get to do whatever we want to do. We get to pick the career that we want. We get to live the life that we want to live. You can do anything you want. You could play basketball if you want to. You could be a singer, a rapper, an artist. You could work corporate. You could be a lawyer, a doctor, an engineer. Anything you want to be. You could travel the world, experience all the wonderful things in life. You could buy anything you want. You could buy luxury. You could live cheap. You could live rich. But it's up to you. The career that you pick, the choices that you make in life will determine the life that you live, the life that you want to live. Sometimes we gotta ask ourselves, what type of life do we want to live? And do our actions align with the life that we want to live? Is our actions gonna get us there? If you want to live a rich lifestyle, what do the rich people do to become rich? If you want to live a frugal lifestyle, what do frugal people do to live a frugal lifestyle? You could do whatever you want to do, but you gotta take the action and make the right choices to get to where you want to be. You got to hang out with the right people, have the right mentors, have the right mindset, and do the right things through action to get to where you want to be. Because yes, we can watch motivational videos, listen to podcasts all day, gain all the knowledge, but that knowledge is wasted if you never take action. An idea will always just be an idea unless you put in the work, unless you start, unless you take the steps to turn that idea into reality. Everybody can have ideas, but if you don't do nothing about it, if you don't take action, that's all it will be, is an idea. If you want your ideas and your dreams to become reality, you have to take action. You have to make the right choices. You gotta come up with a plan, you gotta strategize, and you gotta implement and follow through. And that's how you become successful. You can't be in your mind all day, dreaming, thinking about all the ideas, all the things that you can be. Some people, some of us, we think too much. We need to be less in our minds and more in reality and actually do the things that we want to do. We have an idea, let's make it happen. Let's not think about this idea all day. We have a dream, let's take the steps to make this dream a reality instead of dreaming all day. We all can live the life we want to live. But we gotta take action. We gotta make the right choices. Hang around with the right people. Have the right friends. Be with the right partner. Because all of that will get us into the right mindset. When we don't have to think about fake friends or toxic relationships. And when we have the right people, the right support, and the right minds, we will be able to focus. Not have to worry about nonsense. And actually focus on our goals and passions. To become successful, you need to make the right choice. You have to have the right mindset. You have to have discipline, consistency, the right friends, the right partner, and put yourself in the right environment. So everything that's influencing you is influencing you into the right path. When you surround yourself with good influences, and you make the right choices, and you hang around the right people, you will be able to focus on doing things that you want to do. You will be able to focus on the right career. You will be able to focus on being successful. And we can all do it. We just have to work on being our best self. It's all we have to do. You don't have to be anyone else. You just have to be the best that you can be. And you will get to where you want to be.